Hey everyone, it's Krister. Welcome to my channel. My channel is now called Krister Jorgito. Jorgito means little Jorge, and Jorge is a name I acquired when Mauro, my friend, and I traveled to Argentina. When he introduced me to his family, he was like, "Let's call him Jorge," and it stuck. And Jorgito is something that Argentines in Hong Kong have been calling me since the 2014 World Cup. Here I'm not talking about Argentina today much. They're involved in the Copa America, which is miraculously still happening in Brazil, where the virus pandemic situation is really bad, worse than in Argentina, the original host. So we'll talk about that in a separate video, but today I want to address something. I want to talk about Canada. Canada, my other home. I lived there for a long time, and I have major connections to Canada. I lived in Toronto the whole time. So, Canada, what's happened yesterday, actually? Yesterday in Hong Kong, yesterday morning, Canada beat Haiti 3-0 in the second leg of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. What that means is Canada is into the final round. It's now an octagonal. There's 8 teams in the final round of the tournament. 3 teams will qualify directly, and the fourth team will get to play in an intercontinental playoff to be determined later. So Canada, first time making it that far since I think in 24 years, something like that. Crazy, right? That's Canada's team, if anything. This Canadian team with the likes of people that you'll be familiar with: Alphonso Davies, German champion with the Bayern, and Jonathan David, a French champion with Lille, and many promising young players as well. What a team, right? So that's Canada's team. So why am I stressing Canada's team? Is what happened recently. I think it was last week. CN Tower was lit in blue, white, and red, like American colors, LA Clipper colors. No, it was for a rival NHL hockey team. So Toronto have the Toronto Maple Leafs, and a city down the road, 6 hours down the road, it's Les Habitants. Les Habitants, I think. You don't pronounce the S in French. Very disgusting, really, to troll Torontonians with that. This must be the idea of the executives of Canada National, the railway company, which has headquartered in Montreal. So that explains why they must be supporters, fans of their team. So they beat us fair and square. We blew a 3-1 series lead. Don't know how, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm disappointed, but that I'm not gonna start cheering for the team that beat us, because they are Canada's remaining team in the tournament. So there's 4 teams left in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So they beat Winnipeg too, which was wow. Anyways, no, it's not Canada's team. Canada has 7 teams, last I checked, and those cities and those metropolitan areas and those will support their own teams. Usually, I mean, people move around, so you end up having Maple Leaf fans all around the city, and also anti-Maple Leaf fans all around the city, all around the country. Sorry, but no, I'm sorry, no, just no. The Niagara Falls was also lit up in those colors again. I think it was just 2 days ago. At least 2 days ago, I saw the post. But I know this is a bit of a late reaction, but it's something that I need to document for myself. I need to remember how much anger this has triggered in me. And Canada's Twitter account saying, you know, we must all get behind Canada's team. Like, no, there is no Canada's team. This Canada's team could be the Toronto Raptors, because there's only one NBA team in Canada. Canada's team could be the Toronto Blue Jays, because there's only one MLB team in Canada now. I do wish the Expos would come back one day, so we're not Canada's only team. But we don't need other people cheering for us. If you want to, feel free to cheer for a Toronto team, but there's no Canada's team. It makes no sense. These are franchises. You're in a tournament. There is nothing better. It doesn't benefit anyone but fans of that said team if they win the cup. There are Canadians on other NHL teams as well. Vegas has Canadians, and the other two teams in the playoffs. I don't know why I didn't look this up before, but it will come up, I'm sure. Those teams have lots of Canadians on their teams too. So why don't we cheer for them? Stupid. Canada's team, the soccer team, men's soccer team, the women's soccer team, cheer for those. Cheer for the hockey team. I understand that. Those are Canada's teams. These city teams cannot represent Canada. Okay? Period. Okay, let's talk about some jerseys. Quickly show some jerseys. Kyle Lowry, main man, Toronto, City Edition. I think it's the year after we won it. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Or the year we won it. I don't know. Dwayne De Rosario. What can I say? I can't say anything more about this man. Follow him on Instagram. It's very inspirational. Picked up his book. I will give it a read. D-Ro, I had a chance to meet him twice. Once in Canada, in Toronto, in Scarborough, where he's from, and once in Shenzhen, when he was playing in a tournament with Gabriel in a game with Hernan Crespo and Gabriel Batistuta. I mean, how cool is that? Austin Matthews, Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, authentic. Got this at Adidas US for, I think it was half price. That's the only reason I would buy an authentic jersey, because they're very expensive. Those who think, let me turn this blue screen off. Those who think authentic football jerseys are expensive, try authentic NHL and authentic NBA jerseys. Those are expensive. And I mentioned Alphonso Davies earlier. Here I've got a Bayern Davies jersey from the previous year. Not this year. And yeah, I hate Bayern, being a Chelsea supporter, but I had to get this because it was a good deal, and Alphonso Davies, an amazing player. Don't know how he... I don't know how he ended up in Bayern, but great scouting there. And one last one I want to show. Talk about the Raptors. Vince Carter, the man. Man people love to hate, and I mean, I don't know. I think I'm over what he did, what happened. Now that we've won our championship, that's it. Vince Carter, and that's an Adidas reissue, not a Mitchell and Ness. So I think that's all I want to talk about today. Is the Canada thing, and there is no such thing as Canada's team when it comes to hockey, yeah, basketball and baseball maybe, but not in hockey. No. There are 7 teams from Canada, and many more in the minor leagues. But yeah, no such thing as Canada's team. And in soccer, and then soccer too, Major League Soccer. We've got the Whitecaps. We've got Toronto FC, and we've got those, I don't know what you call that team. Anyway, they have some weird new names, so we're not going to talk about them. Yeah, you can see how much I hate that city. Not that city, I like the people from there, and I love the city, but I hate their teams. It's a sporting rivalry. Like, it's Canadians and North Americans don't seem to develop enough hatred for their rivals. I want to cover one more thing. So it doesn't make any sense, like I said earlier, about Canada cheering, the rest of Canada cheering for this one team, right? You will never have this happening in English football, right? Even when they participate in European competitions. So you see, I'm a Chelsea supporter, right? I'm not going to cheer for Manchester United or City or Liverpool in the Champions League after Chelsea's gone out, let's say. Of course, we're European champion. We'll see what happens next year. We're not going to cheer for them. But even if I did, there would be a good reason for it. And that's because we want to keep the English coefficient in UEFA coefficient, up to a certain standard so that the league gets to have 4 teams each year in the Champions League, and 4 teams in that, and the 2 teams in the Europa League, and 1 team in the Conference League. So there's a little bit more incentive to cheer for another team from England when it comes to European football. But in the NHL, there's nothing. There's nothing. The same cup is going to come back to Canada with all the Canadian players, and it doesn't matter which team they're from. There's lots of Canadians on each team. So, no, stop cheering for apparently Canada's team. No, there is no such thing. After your team lost, pick an American team. That's how I would do it. Anyways, I'm out. I'm so mad. And I can't turn this off. I'm so mad.